The destination is on your right. Portsmouth Police Department. Arrived.
All right, just getting back in the truck, and this took a lot longer than it took in Chesapeake. Chesapeake took 5 minutes. This took probably like 30 or 45 minutes. Here is how it went. Folks, not a good day at all. As this day starts off, it is the day after me and my wife found out about round number 3 of IVF, whether that worked or it didn't work, and it didn't work. Just come right out and tell you it didn't work, and it's pretty detrimental to my wife and to me. More detrimental seeing what it's doing to my wife, this not working, but I'm gonna save all of that for another time. Folks, a lot of things going on today. And the first thing to share with you, probably as the title of this video is letting you know, I gotta go file more charges on Bryan, or maybe not more charges. I gotta go file charges on Bryan in the city of Portsmouth, not in the city of Chesapeake. The city of Chesapeake basically told us they didn't want nothing to do with it, even though this necessarily didn't even really happen in Portsmouth neither. But I could probably file these charges in any of 3 different cities. Chesapeake being the city where I live in, Portsmouth being the city where the house is located, and Virginia Beach being the city where Bryan lives at. You know, when Chesapeake told me that they weren't filing charges or they weren't going to do anything and I had to go to Portsmouth, you know, there was a little bit of time that I had to think about this and, you know, think, oh, well, am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should give them another chance. Ain't doing none of that. And in fact, it is what it is. You screwed me over, and even if you did call me and say that you want to try to make it right, you only did that because I flushed you out. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of people who rock with AfterPrisonShow who support this idea of getting Bryan locked up and making him face the music for what he's done. There's people who don't agree with it. I respect your opinion no matter what it is, but even more, folks, I've got people reaching out to me who know Bryan personally and have had interactions with him. A woman who reached out to me and said that he ran off with money and didn't complete work for her. And another guy who knows Bryan personally and and just said, that this guy is a piece of shit and he's ran off on people and almost got him implicated in some stuff. I'm doing the right thing, and I'm gonna see this all the way through because it's the right thing to do. So, we are on our way to Portsmouth right now to another police department to press these charges. But before we go there, I want to stop by the house because the Hispanic young dudes that we had working on the house, they ended up being done with work yesterday. In fact, I told them that they were done. These guys came and left when they wanted to, dragging their feet the entire way. Probably paid these guys about $1,200 to $1,300 for this work that they really didn't do that good of a job on, did not clean up behind themselves. And yesterday would be the day that I would tell them just finish this, finish that, and get out of here. And a lot of that had to do with other things that I was dealing with, but most of it had to deal with just dealing with them. So I want to go to the house and make sure, or just go check out the work that they did. So we need to go check on the house. And another thing we need to check while we're over there is this leak that we have found coming from where the chimney used to be. Bryan tore down the chimney and was supposed to repair the roof. We got shingles to repair the roof and to fix that, but he never did that amongst so much other stuff. And what that leak has done has ruined this brand new sheetrock that these young dudes just put up. And we're gonna have to cut that out and repatch that. I swear to God, folks, I feel like I'm just spinning my tires at this point, but this too shall pass. I know a lot of people have been saying that to me. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff outside of the Bryan situation with me and my wife, on a personal level. And man, I am telling you, damn, can we just catch a break, please? Hopefully soon that's gonna happen. All right, so just getting over to the house right now. And the only key I got for this place is for the back door. Now, Jellico was gonna come over here and help me with, why is that window open? Huh. I don't know why this window's open. Lord. Should have checked the front door to see if it was unlocked. Let's leave this door open. Okay. So I asked these dudes to clean up this bathroom, and of course they didn't do that. Freaking plaster everywhere, all over everything. Well, at least they hit that corner again. I was concerned about that. And wow, plaster everywhere. They broke the PVC pipe, but whatever. All right, well, at least, look at this mess. I mean, this is crazy. Somebody left the window open, but whatever. Okay, so shingles are still on the ground right there, so I know that Jellicoe hasn't been over here to help get the roof shingled. He said he was gonna try to get over here first thing in the morning. That didn't happen. And the sad part about it is it rained again. And we already were dealing with an issue with rain initially, because this is where we're having water damage on our brand new, look at that, on our brand new sheetrock. Like, that's already, all that's got to be replaced. You can see how wet it is right there. Hell, it's probably, yeah, looks like water all on that. I don't know if that's going to have to be replaced or not, but it's not looking good. So we got to get that roof fixed. We got to stop the leaking. We got to stop the leaking in a major way. It's almost like this is a ship that is sinking, and we got to stop taking on water. We're taking on a lot of water right now, but hopefully that's not going to be for too much longer. So this afternoon, if there's anything good that I can share with you guys, this afternoon, my homeboy Connor, who, man, just a really awesome dude, guy I know from prison. He's made an appearance in videos way back in the day. Connor helped Dave get a job. Connor helped a guy named James get a job. Connor's even helping the guy who's living in the car, Derek, who we just recently met, get a job as well. And Connor is helping me with this house. He works for a big time commercial HVAC company. And I'm meeting some guys over here that he's recommended who are gonna talk to me about doing the HVAC work, putting the system in. It's gonna be way more than that $800. And at least we're gonna have that. That's the next big step in here. Let's get the HVAC. He's also recommending me a plumber. We need that. I need to get, you know, this finished. This is the sink line. So that needs to get finished right there. And then we need to get the washer and dryer area finished. And then we need to run the tankless water heater. That needs to get up in there. Now that's gonna be a major job that Bryan didn't do. Then we need an electrician to run power for the refrigerator and get this wall squared away in terms of where the microwave is gonna be at. Where's our power for our stove? Rabbits told us that we need a completely different line for that. So as I'm over here right now, all I wanted to see is if the roof was repaired, what the water damage is looking like, what the work is looking like that the young dudes did. They are done over here. They've been paid. At least we got, you know, this done. Eventually, it's gonna be Jellicoe and I doing the skim coating on these walls, and then we'll be putting, or we're gonna be having a guy come in and do texture on these walls. We got a lot of work to do over here, folks, and you know, work is getting done. I also was pricing windows this morning. I got the measurements for these windows. These are like 32 by 49.5 inches. These are about $179 a piece. I did the math on that because there's 7 windows in this house. I think total 2, 4, 6. This will be the 7th window that we're putting in over here. 7 windows at $179. That was like $1,200 bucks just in windows. So, whatever. We are gonna be a little bit over budget. I guess we can't expect nothing less than that right now. All right, I'm gonna button up this house and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here. And the next stop's the police station. So this should be interesting.
Quarter mile, turn right onto County Street.
All right, welcome to downtown Portsmouth. I actually used to live out here. It's not the greatest area. It shouldn't be the worst considering we're right here by the jail and by the police station. And if you want to talk about
turn right onto County Street.
If you want to talk about the worst jail to ever be locked up in, folks, this is going to be the one. This is a horrible place to have to do time at. The jail is referred to as the dungeon. It's a gritty, grimy, dirty, old jail. And that's where Bryan's going to end up going. So what you're looking at dead ahead, this big, tall building right in front of us, that is the jail. The old Portsmouth City Jail. Now they've got a new jail. It's called Hampton Roads Regional. That's where Dave served time at. A lot of people have served time in that jail. They've also had a lot of people who've lost their lives in that jail. Probably not so much because of the violence, but because of just horrible medical treatment out there. But this is also another jail out here in Portsmouth. And it's funny because this Dinwiddie Street right here that we're passing, I actually used to live down that street. That's crazy. But yep, that's it right there. That's where Bryan's gonna be going to. And we're going straight to it because right behind it or right connected to it, I imagine, is the police department. Now, I've only been here one time from the free world. I've been to this jail, I think twice while locked up.
Turn right onto Crawford Street. Then the destination is on your right.
On your right? I've only been here one time. And that was to pick somebody up to help them bond out of jail. Where
the destination is on your right. Portsmouth Police Department. Arrived.
What? I don't believe that. I think it's right over there. Is this the police department? Keep this camera low because I don't know what that is. You're telling me I'm passing it right? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this might be it, folks. Try to figure this out. See a whole lot of cop cars over here. I don't know where I'm gonna be able to park at. I think this is all for city parking. Yeah, it's all police cars, unmarked cars, and some more stuff. I wonder if I can park right here, though. Well, we're gonna try our hand. All right, folks, we're here. Damn, there's a cop right there that just passed me. He probably didn't pull me over because of where I'm going to. Never been to this place. Got no idea where I'm going. But we're gonna go try to figure this out and hope for the best. All right, just getting back in the truck, and this took a lot longer than it took in Chesapeake. Chesapeake took 5 minutes. This took probably like 30 or 45 minutes. Here is how it went. I go in there, I talk to the receptionist or whoever the person is. The first woman is like, that's a civil matter. But the second woman comes in and she is very, very helpful. So she says, hey, look, after I tell her what happened, she says, I'm gonna send an officer over here to speak with you and we can get this arrest warrant issued. I said, great, that's what I'm trying to do. So I sit down and I'm waiting, and a female officer comes in probably about 10 minutes later, no big deal. But it's just crazy, like as I'm telling her what the situation is and what all this dude did, it's almost like, God, man, like her facial expressions were just crazy. Like you could almost tell by looking at somebody like whether or not they're interested in what you're saying. And that was exactly what I was seeing while talking with this woman. Like she wasn't really interested in what I was talking about, but neither here nor there. By the time I got done telling her everything, she was basically telling me that there ain't nothing that I can do. She kept telling me it was a civil matter. It's a civil matter. And I said, well, wait a minute. Like, how does this guy have multiple, you know, construction fraud charges, obtaining money under false pretenses charges, and embezzlement charges. Like, how are those charges but what happened to me as a civil matter? And the woman would try to break it down to me saying, well, you know, he had a key to the place, so he didn't break in and steal anything. You know, it was just one excuse after another. And, you know, at the end of all of this, I just feel like, man, there's nothing I can do about this. You know, the woman said, go file a civil suit. I researched this prior to even thinking about putting charges on Bryan. I was like, okay, well, I can just sue him for this. But they said if a person doesn't have any assets, if he doesn't have nothing, what are you suing him for? I can't believe, you know, they ain't do nothing. And the woman officer who was listening to my story, looking like she couldn't be bothered by this, you know, she had to go and like investigate this. She had to go like pull up case law or whatever, like police codes. So she was gone for a little bit. And when she was gone, you know, the woman who I had been speaking with initially, you know, she was asking me, she was like, yo, are they going to do anything about that? I said, it doesn't really seem so. And she told me, well, why don't you go back to Chesapeake and talk to, you know, some detectives over there? I feel like I just keep getting ran around in circles with this. And now that it seems absolutely evident that there is nothing I can do about this, you know, I've put it completely out there that I'm gonna go press charges on this dude, and ain't gonna be no charges put on him. Bryan, I can't get you locked up. You got away, man. Dude, you got away. The police ain't gonna do nothing about this, dude. You stole over $2,000. You stole materials from the job site. Who cares if you had a key? And you're gonna get away with that. Okay. What about the construction fraud aspect of it? Like, what is the law on that?
That might be under the more civil portion, because that's not something we regularly charge someone for.
So basically, it's just all going to be civil.
Because unfortunately, you had an agreement with money being exchanged, and he had an agreement to work for you, and then he took the money and then forfeited on that deal. So he can end up going to circuit court where they will force him to pay you back.
And that'll all happen through civil court?
For the money, yes. Because unfortunately, with the contracting, that's not something we regularly deal with. And I'm not sure if that's even something that we can. Does he have like a contracting license?
No. I mean, I don't think so. All right.
Because they might be able to pull that from him if he has one.
No, I don't think he has one. But, all right, well, I greatly appreciate it.
I wish I didn't have better news for you, but I mean, civil court can still force someone to pay back restitution.
Yeah, I looked into it prior to even pursuing the charges, and this is an individual who doesn't have very many assets at all, so suing them, they said if, you know, they don't have anything to sue for, it's pretty much pointless. So, all right, well, like I said, thank you, though. All right. Have a good day.